Uh, that was a trailer. Um, that's kind of cool. Just play a little bit of it.
And joining me for today's topic, book critic Wendy Shields.
Always a pleasure. I heard about you and Ted.
Heard what exactly?
Every 7 years, the itch comes over him. He gets restless, does something juvenile.
I'm not going home with you, Wendy.
Oh, instead of buying a motorcycle, Daddy decided to give adultery a spin. Who is it?
Darwan Singh Tour for your driving lesson, please. What happened?
We're moving.
That's good.
It's about time you started driving.
I used to have a husband who drove.
Oh, Ted.
Where do they find these skanks?
They just like them young. You can mold them however they like, teach them tricks.
I never saw that movie, but it looks good. And Samantha Bee, yeah, it's and that the music behind that was super generic. You know, the ukulele, the bells, you know, just like it was music that yeah, that was I didn't compose it for that, but I composed it as a trailer. There was a short period of time where a company who makes trailers hired us to write music, and then we had once again some reference material, like these are the styles that get used a lot. And so we just wrote, I think I wrote 10 pieces, and I think that's the only one that ever got picked up for an actual trailer. Some of them got picked up later, and this is another thing that happens, is the music that doesn't get chosen for any given commercial goes into our library, into Sonic Sphere's library. And then when a new job comes up, they'll do a search, and you know there'll be keywords on all the titles, all the songs, and they'll find songs that have ukulele or whatever, songs that are cheery and happy or what have you, and they'll do searches, and sometimes they'll get licensed. Quite oftentimes, that's a nice thing because you wrote the song 3 or 4 years ago, and then all of a sudden somebody's going to use it for commercial. It might only the license might be $500. It might be 2,000, but it's free money because it was done.
How many times can you license
It depends on the agreement. If it's a buyout, then they're basically buying the piece of music and they can use it forever. But if you're just licensing it for a year or whatever, they don't have any right to it whatsoever. So if Cox licensed one of my pieces of music for one of their commercials for a year, we could sell it to AT&T the same year, because it's just a license for them to use it. So you could do it in theory ad infinitum.
And then the other deal would be like an exclusive kind of thing?
In exclusive, yeah. Yeah, it depends. It can be if they pay the right amount of money, they can have exclusive rights to it. They can buy it forever, or they can have exclusive rights for a year, or they can just use a license, which most of them do. But those are the $500,000 or whatever, where they can use it for their commercial. We give them the right to use it, but anybody else can use it, can buy the same license during that time.